Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Sonja J. And if you're new, welcome. Today I am doing another review on the Teen Mom Young and Pregnant episode that just aired yesterday. A lot of shit going on tonight. A lot of different emotions, a lot of shit going on. So let's get into it. Let's get it. All right, so first we're going to start off with Brianna. We see that Brayson turns 1. It's his first birthday. Her and Robert are kind of in a funk because they had that talk previously, and I don't know. It's just awkward between them. And at the party, you know, he was kind of, keeping it to himself. Still being really good and great to Brayson by feeding them and stuff. You can tell he does love and care about Brayson, but yeah, that relationship is done. But anyway, yeah, so the party goes on and then the party's over. Now, fast forward, Brianna is kind of like, you could tell Brianna wants to break up with him. You could tell she wants to so bad. But I feel like what's stopping her from breaking up with him is the fact, okay, yeah, so Brianna finally gets the courage to talk to Robert and let him know that, she's feeling some type of way. You could tell from the party, you could tell from just like the fact that she was upset that he woke up late from work. Like you could just tell that she's not feeling him anymore and her feelings for him has changed. And you could tell she's like scared to say something, but she finally, after talking to her sister, she decides to talk to him. And in the car, she's telling him how she feels, and she damn near was about to break up with him. Even Robert was like, so is this it? Are we breaking up right now? But you could tell Brianna wanted to say yeah, but then quickly she cowered it out and backed out. Was like, no, I'm not breaking up with you. It's just, I don't know what I want right now. You could tell that girl wants to break up with him so bad, but what's stopping her, I think what's stopping her is that maybe she feels guilty for encouraging him and I mean, I'm not going to say force him. She didn't force him because he did want to move out there because he loved her. But at the same time, it's like he didn't really want to. She just kept trying to push it like, oh, you're my boyfriend. I love you and you love my son. And if we're going to be a family, you should move with me. She kind of did push it on him. And, when you really care about a woman, you do what they say. So, and that's what he did. He moved. And I think the reason she's hesitant is because she feels guilty about that. She knows she kind of pushed him and encouraged him to move out there by himself with her and her family. And now it's like she doesn't want to be with him, but she's like, dang, but I encouraged him to move out here, so I feel bad. I think the main thing that's holding her back from really telling him she doesn't want to be with him is she feels bad. And I can understand that because it's like, I can understand her feeling responsible. But at the same time, it's like, you guys, it's better to let it go now and cut it clean now. And, he's still young, you're still young. You stay out there with your family, do what you're doing, and let him. He just, literally just got a job. And they're already on the brink of firing him anyway. So, he'll lose the job or go somewhere else, whatever. Move back, go back to your family, find a new job. And you can restart your life, Robert. Find a new girlfriend, get a family, and all that. You can do everything, restart. Obviously you guys rushed this too quick. Obviously. So, she can stay there. He can move back. It is what it is. I mean, I understand why she feels that way, but gotta do what you gotta do. Moving on. All right, so now we're moving on to Lexi. Lexi gets a full-time job. I think she said she's like a maid or something at like a hospital or something like that, something of the sort. And so it's an 8 to 5 or 9 to 5. No, I think she said 8. Yeah, 8 to 5. So because she's going to be working full-time and I guess Tyler's not in school. I don't know. I guess he's not working, or maybe he just works at night because he has the day to himself. So maybe he works at night. But he's not in school, and so I guess they made an agreement that while she works, he'll watch him, the baby, but only at his house. He's not ever going to her house, ever. And she agreed, and that's what they're doing. And because of that, Lexi's been staying over his house more with the baby, and, that's just what it's been. So I guess her parents take her out to lunch, and both her parents express how they feel, but of course, mainly the mom, lets her know. And you know what? I do feel bad for the mom, but at the same, I feel like in one instance, I'm looking at it like, this is the classic case, of when your daughter or son grows up and finds someone they're in love with, or at least think they're in love with, and has a baby or starts a family with them, and the person that they are in love with or think they're in love with is has different morals and values and goals, and they're just completely different, and they look at things different, especially when it comes to families. And it's like they're not used to being raised in a family. They're more used to just being just them, and it's just they're used to one way. And then you come together and you have a family, and it's like you're trying to make you want your kids to follow the path you're used to, but it's like your partner doesn't know nothing about that path and wants no part of that path. So your partner is trying to get you to go onto their side. And it happens all the time, you know. It happens to boys and girls, you know. There's times when your daughter finds a boy and she gets married to him or has children with them, and you know, he's not from a family that's big on being together for the holidays. He's not from a family that's together at all. They don't eat dinner together. You know, he's used to just it being him. You know, he was raised maybe only a single mom and he had no siblings. So it's just him and his mom. So he's not used to the big family thing. It's just him. And then he gets with your daughter who is used to that. And it's like you want your daughter and her, you know, new man and their children to come over and do these family things. But her man doesn't like doing that because he wasn't used to that. So now your daughter's torn. Do I stick to my man or my mom? You want to know where your daughter's going to go? Classic case. To her man. And the same thing with boys. There are men too that do that. They, you know, marry and they find a woman that they love and they have children, and happy wife, happy life. And if mama-in-law and wife don't get along, 9 times out of 10, wife is going to win. You know why? Because happy wife, happy life. So that's the classic case. When your children grow up and they have children with somebody else who has different morals and values and who was raised differently and who thinks differently, you're not going to get the same, you're not going to have your daughter the same way she used to be. She's not going to come around for holidays and Christmases and stuff like she used to, because her man doesn't like doing that. So she's going to do what her man wants to do. That's just what it is. But then at the same time, I also looked at it like, well, this is also another classic case of the man trying to control the woman and trying to keep the woman away from her friends and family, and blindly, without noticing the red flags and all the controlling, she goes along with it until it's too late. And her family, including her parents and her friends, are trying to tell her, like, maybe, you know, he's too controlling, or why don't you come around enough, or why don't you come around anymore? And then it's like, you're not listening, because it's like, I don't care, I'm only listening to my man, you know? So it's the classic case, really. Either way you look at it, it's the classic case. Whether you look at it as like Tyler's super controlling and he just wants to keep Lexi all to himself and he's super selfish, or you could look at it as maybe Tyler's not personally out against the parents, he's just not used to doing family-oriented things. So for him, it's just like they're too pushy and they always want to do these family-oriented things, and I'm not used to that, so I feel more comfortable at home at my house doing what I want to do. And Lexi goes along with it. So, I mean, you could look at it both ways. But at the same time, I can see why Lexi's mom feels some type of way. You know, that's her daughter. And like they said, you know, for the most part, they were pretty cool with the whole thing. You know, there's a lot of parents who, when their teenage children get pregnant, they go off the handle and they don't handle it right. There are parents who kick their kids out and be like, I don't give a fuck what happens to you. You're not bringing a baby in my house, and kick them out. There are parents who force their children, because they're underage, to get an abortion, because you're underage and I don't want this baby, so you have to get an abortion, whether you want to or not. There are parents that do not take their children's pregnancies very well. So the way Lexi's parents handled it was very cool. You know, they did the best they could without trying to be so strict, but at the same time, they didn't want it to be too lenient. And I understand why they feel like, well, damn, we try to be cool and we try to help you guys out, and it's like a slap in the face. Now you're like, I don't want to be around and we're too much. So I understand why Lexi's mom feels some type of way. I would too if that was my child. And also, like, I can see why Lexi's mom feels like Tyler's just kind of being like this selfish, I don't know what the right words are, but I know selfish is one of them, and just trying to keep them away. And it's kind of like a slap to their face. And I see why they feel that way. But Lexi will learn one day. And like I said last week, you got to realize, you women, and I'm not going to just say women because it's men too. There are some men who are chasing women that aren't really the type of women they really think they are. But I would say from experience from women I know personally in my own life, and also just from what I've seen growing up, a lot of women try their absolute hardest to hold on, okay, to a man because they want their family. But the man you're trying to hold on to is not family oriented. Sister, you ever notice that when it's Christmas, he don't ever want to take pictures? You guys try to do family oriented things and he don't want to do anything. Every time you want to go out and do something, he want to stay home. Like, you have to realize these signs. You can, but you're not really making sense, and you're contradicting yourself when you say you want to stay with your man who you know shouldn't really be with you, and y'all ain't working together because you want to keep your family together, but he's not family oriented. He wants to do nothing of the sort. Tyler is not family oriented. There's nothing wrong with being a family that's just, likes to stay to themselves and nothing wrong with that. But it's one thing when it's just like, for the most part, you do like to stay to yourself and you're always at home, but it's like every now and again you do interact. But the way Tyler's going about it, he's making it kind of a problem. It's one thing to just be like, I don't want to be around all the time, but he's kind of making it known, like, I don't want to be around at all. And he's making it look like as if he has a problem with the parents because of the way he's going about it. And then not only that, Lexi's just going along with it like a dummy. And it's making her look like she's just being controlled by Tyler, which she is. She don't realize it, but she is. And she'll snap out of it one day, but it's just like, Lexi, your man's not family oriented. If you guys want to be a family, that's fine. But just know you guys are going to be the type of family that you guys are just you three in a little hut together by yourself. Or in a big house, whatever you guys end up buying. But whatever you buy, it'll just be you three in a house by yourself. Because Tyler's not family oriented. He don't want to do things outside with other people. Just know that. When you want a man that's family oriented and you want to keep your family together because you want it to be family oriented, make sure you have a man who cares about family and family oriented things. Moving on. All right, now we're moving on to Ashley. All right, so it starts off with, I guess, Bar's mom still going at it online. And then, she got straight to the point. She said me and Bar got in an argument over our moms, and we took a break, and Bar moved out. She went straight to the point. I feel like it's really unfortunate and it's really fucked up how their moms, mainly Bar's mom, I'm going to put that out there, mainly Bar's mom, is the reason that they're having so much conflict. And I'm going to be honest with you. Okay, let's start it from the jump. So I think it's fucked up, and I feel bad that the moms are the reason that their relationship is starting to tarnish. Okay, I think that's fucked up. I think mainly it's Bar's mom's fault. I think Ashley's mom has a part in it. But I feel like for the most part, she's kind of just biting back off of what Bar's mom has already done. And she's just trying to defend Ashley. That's really more of where she's coming from. But because she's pissed at all the shit that's going on, it's coming off as she's being aggressive. But really, she's just concerned and like, I'm not letting this bitch come around and fuck shit up. But because she's pissed about all the shit Bar's mom's been doing, it's coming off like she's being aggressive. But so, yeah. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I really feel like in this situation, I think that from what we see, I'm going to say, aside from Bar's mom being the reason that a lot of this shit's happening, it's Bar's fault for the most part why the shit's continuing. Or, with his mom, why it's continuing. And I know he can't control his mom, but it's like, even if you can't control her, you can control what goes on with your relationship. You're allowing your mom and her antics, you're allowing her to do the shit, and then on top of you allowing her to do the shit, you're allowing her the shit that she does affect your fiance. And because it's affecting her, you're getting upset with how she feels, and you're allowing your mom and your emotions to affect your relationship with your fiance and the mother of your child. You're allowing your mom to do that. You're allowing your mom to do that. You're not doing anything about it. You're just allowing her to do it. You're not doing anything about it. That's the problem. I'll be real honest with you guys. And this is like marriage. They're not married, but they're playing house. And when you're married or even in a relationship, in a partnership, whatever type of ship, when you're in a ship, okay, and you're especially in a type of ship where you got kids involved, when you decide to be a partner, like I'm dead at, I'm not talking about just little play, like When you decide to really try to be a partner, when you guys have kids together, you guys are paying bills together, you guys have your name on cars and houses, when you guys are really doing the shit together and you guys are a partnership. When you're doing that, especially when you are married and you're in a marriage, or you're a man and you're in, you know, you have a family, you're the head of your household, you're supposed to put your wife first, your fiance, okay, maybe girlfriend's a little too far. But at the same time, if you guys have children together and you guys are playing house, then yeah, you need to put your girlfriend first. And what I mean by that is, if your mama's coming at your girlfriend or your fiance or your wife or your baby's mama that you're in a relationship with and you consider her to be your partner, and she's coming at her and it's like disrespectful and you know it is, you need to stand up for your wife. Not saying you need to come in and cuss your mama out, but what I'm saying is, a lot of people have it twisted. A lot of mamas have it twisted. A lot of people have it twisted. When you get married, especially when you get married. Now, I know it's different when you're in a relationship and when you're just fiance and just boyfriend and girlfriend, because it's like, you know, you're not married. But at the same time, it's like when you bring kids involved and you start playing house, you're basically trying to be married. So if you want to try to be married, pretend you're married, act like you're married. Stand up for your fucking wife in your household. There should be no reason that your mom, I don't care if that's your mom, there should be no reason that your mom should feel comfortable enough to talk to your wife, your fiance, baby's mother, who you are in a partnership with, any old type of way. She shouldn't feel comfortable to talk to her any old type of way and then just get away with it. And then you get mad at her because she feels some type of way about what your mom said. No, God, you should know. No. Because let's be honest, ladies, when our mom or our dad tries to get at our husband or our boyfriends and try to talk mess about our boyfriend or our husband, and we don't like what our mom's saying about our husband, we don't like what our dad's saying, do we not defend them? Do we not sometimes get in an argument with our parents about our, like, no, you don't know, like, you know, let's just be real. Do we not get in arguments and defend the fuck out of our men? Okay, so they need to do the same. I don't care if that's your mother. Your mother is wrong. It'd be one thing if I was wrong, then I can see. But she's wrong. You need to check her because she should not think it's comfortable to come at me like that. I'm fucking you. I'm taking care of you now, and I gave birth to your children. I'm your mama now. Get it together and tell the old mama to calm the fuck down, or you gonna lose this one. Dead ass. When you get married, especially when you get married, all relationships, all partnerships, and playing house aside, when you get married, that shit applies. Period. If you cannot stand up for your wife, you're not ready to be a husband. Period. I don't care if it's against your mama, your daddy. I don't care. If you cannot stand up for your wife, you're not ready to get married. And they're not. Bar's not ready. He's still in a stage where he feels like, well, I love my mama. That's my mama. I got to protect my mama. But that's what little boys think. You're supposed to be a grown man now, and you have your wife, you trying to play house, you got engaged to her, and you guys have a house. So you're playing house. You have a wife now, fiance, whatever, and you have a child, and you guys are together. They need to be protected, even if it's from your mom. They come first now. And if you don't realize that, you're not ready to be a husband, period. Jade and Shawn getting comfortable again. They didn't really give too much, really, honestly, last episode or this episode. But you do see that they're slowly but surely getting comfortable again. Shawn kind of trying to move back in. I mean, it's not all Shawn. Jade's letting it happen. You know, she's comfortable with it. So they're both getting comfortable again with each other. You know, he's starting to flirt a little bit more and try to be more open with his affections, and she's kind of like just, you know, letting it happen. So they're getting more comfortable with each other. She just moved into her new place, and I guess he helped her. So, you know, they're getting more comfortable. They're helping. She just got her wisdom teeth done. She's helping him out. I mean, he helped her out with the aftermath of getting taken care of and all the stuff. So they're getting comfortable again. They're damn near playing house too. So we'll see how that ends. But we see how it's beginning. They're getting comfortable again. And that's really all I can say. Oh, she talks to her mom's back in her life again. Yay. Her mom is helped watch Chloe while she was getting her wisdom teeth done. You know, her mom's really negative. That's what it is. Her mom's negative as fuck. Like, as fuck. She's one of those type of people that come around and everything she sees or everything someone does, it's like she can find something negative about it. Like, you can come and just order pizza. Like, come to her house with hella pizza and she's like, oh, you brought pizza? Thank you. Oh, you only got cheese? Okay. Or she walks in, oh, this house is nice. How much are you paying for this? This is cute. Oh, you're paying that much? Oh no, what's wrong with you, girl? Why would you pay that much? You're crazy. I would never pay that much. But like, she's just negative. Like, you can tell her anything and she finds it negative. Like, even when she was saying like stuff to Shawn, like when he was saying how the baby missed her, she was like, oh, she doesn't miss you. She doesn't miss you. And even though she was just playing, you could tell she seriously meant that. Like, I don't want her to miss him. Ugh, I hate him. You could tell. You could just tell the shit. Like, she's just really negative. And I can see why Jade is irritated and frustrated every time she's around her mom. Her mom is really negative. Like, that is a lot to deal with. So, I don't know what's going to happen with that, but we'll see. So, that's all they gave. We're going to move on. Alright, so it opens up with Kayla still not understanding why her mom's not going to pay her bills when she moves out. I mean, I do understand what her point. I understand her point. I understand it, but the point doesn't stand. I understand your point. It's a valid point, but it's not valid enough and it doesn't stand. You know why? Because when you decide, I don't care if you're 15, I don't care if you're 10. When you decide that you want to move out of your parents' house and you want to be grown, and this ain't on no, oh, you want to be grown shit. This is just factual reality shit. When you decide to move out of your parents' house and you want to be grown, you cannot think your parents are still going to pay your bills. That just doesn't make sense. When you're grown and you move out of your parents' house, that's when you're grown and you moved out of your parents' house. There's no, mommy, can you pay my bills? Mom, I need clothes. Could you buy me some clothes? Mom, I need food. Can you buy me some food? No, it doesn't work like that. Like, when you move out of your parents' house, you move out of your parents' house. You're done. You're adult. Like, I don't see how she doesn't get that. I understand that she thinks in her head, like, well, you were helping me before. Why can't you help me now? Because with you moving out, you're saying, I'm good, sis. I don't need help. I got it on my own. That's what moving out means. Like, if you're moving out just to still need help, then you're just flexing. Like, dead ass. Like, oh, I got my own place, and I got my own place, but my mom still pays my bills. And she may think, like, oh, it's just 1 or 2 bills, so it's not a big deal. Well, if that's the case, you pay them. When you move out, you're grown. Done. All right, so then Kayla decides to meet up with Stefan so her and him could talk about Isaiah. And, yeah. Also, in the midst of the conversation, she said to Stefan that oh, wait, did she say it to Stefan or did she just say it? No, I don't think she said it to Stefan. I think she said it to her friends, but she was like, he needs mental health and he needs to work through his issues. She said that herself. He needs mental health and he needs to work through his issues. He does, and she's correct, and that's true. I agree with that 110%. However, let's be real, and I'm gonna be real. I feel like Kayla says she don't have no feelings for Stefan like that no more. I don't believe her, and this is why I don't believe her. She is more willing. She's more eager, and she's more aggressive and persistent with Stefan being in Isaiah's life than Stefan is to be in Isaiah's life. You notice how every time they meet up, they always say that Kayla is the one who initiates it, or she has to pick him up, or she has to drive over there and meet him somewhere like that he wants to be. Like, she's always initiating it, whether she has to go out her way to pick him up or she's the one who puts the plan together. And this is another thing that was a big point to me. He just beat you. Not yesterday, but not too long ago. Not too long ago. Maybe a month, if that. He beat you. He didn't just hit you. He didn't just slap you. He beat you. And you called him and initiated for you to meet up with him so that he can see Isaiah. Maybe you could say maybe it's because there's a No, you can't say that because there is no protection order. So with that being said, he is able and allowed to get a hold of her. So I'm just trying to understand, why didn't he say, can we meet up? Why didn't he initiate it? Because when they showed up, Kayla said, the reason why I asked you to come here, she initiated it. Now, maybe it was like, he just figured he wasn't going to get a chance to talk to her and meet up with her anytime soon. So he was just waiting on her to make the call. That's fine. That could be it. That could be true. But what about all the other times when she had to pick you up, when she had to initiate things? Stefan, she's more, and you could just tell with how eager she is and how willing she is to defend Stefan against her friends and her mom when it comes to, like, him being a father. Like, I really do feel, and it comes off as if she wants Stefan to be in Isaiah's life more than Stefan wants to be in Isaiah's life. And I think the reason that she's so persistent with this, because I do think she still has feelings for him. Maybe, I don't think she's still in love with him. Like, she still wants to, like, I don't know. I don't think she's in love with him. But I do think that she does still feel something. There's still a pitter-patter in here. Because there just is. There's no way somebody can beat you like that and do all the things, because he's not only has he beaten her, he's beaten her that time, probably another time before that. And I'm not trying to be accused, but let's just say when there's smoke, there's fire. He's cheated on her while she was pregnant. He's been mad disrespectful to her during her pregnancy, after the pregnancy, and to her mom. Mad disrespectful to her mom. And it's like she's still really eager and persistent to, well, Stefan needs to be a part of Isaiah's life. Stephanie, no. You are just too aggressive with it. Like, you want him a part of Isaiah's life than Stefan does. Let's just be honest. You're just too much with it. And there's nothing wrong with you wanting your baby's father to be around and you want him to be there for his father. But it's not going to work. You know why, sis? Because you want it more than he does. When you keep on pushing this, you keep pushing it and you keep pushing it, it's not going to happen because he don't really want it. You shouldn't have to push that hard if he really wanted it. If he really wanted to be there for Isaiah, if he really wanted to do the right things, you wouldn't have to keep pushing every goddamn week saying, I want him to be in Isaiah's life. I want him to be in Isaiah's life. You keep saying that every week because it's not happening. It's not happening because he doesn't want it. He loves his son. And don't get me wrong. Let's just be real. I'm calling it out. I always keep it trill when I do these reviews, and I'm always going to do that. Let's keep it trill. He loves his son. Yes, he does. He loves that boy. He'll die for him. But at the same time, he won't take care of him. Let's just call it what it is. There's parents out here who love the fuck out of their kid. Love the fuck out of their kid. But, baby mama, you better not dare drop my son over here for a whole week and expect me to take care of him. That's your job. You the mama. You take care of him. I'm just the dad that pops in and out every now and again. I love my son, but I can only take care of him when I feel like it. Let's just be trill. Let's call it what it is. And I know that may sound like shallow, or it may sound like I'm coming off like a hater or whatever you want to call it, but that's just what it is. And you know how I know that's what it is? Because there's a lot of parents and fathers, more in particularly. There's a lot of fathers out here that are like that. A lot of fathers out here that are like that. I know personally that are like that. That they love their kid to death and they'll die for their kid. But I ain't taking care of them. I got my own life to live. I just want to run the streets and do me. I can't watch that child every day, all day, and pay for everything it needs. I can't do that. I just got to pop in when I can. That's Stefan. And then on top of that, he has anger management, and he's abusive, and he's a cheater, and he likes to steal debit cards. So that's added to that too. But yeah, that's the type of dad he is. That's what it is. And Kayla doesn't see it. She just is so, and that's how I know she still has some type of feelings for him, because she defends him so hard to the point it's like, damn, y'all still fucking? She defends him so hard. And I understand that's your baby daddy, but at the same time, baby daddy or not, there are women out here who have baby daddies, but they're not blinded by how fucked up their baby daddies are. You're blinded by it because you still feel some type of way. You're not in love, but you do feel something, But that's just my opinion. And, her and her mom end up talking, and they kind of would get another argument. And it's like, your mom's right yet again, Kayla. We don't trust you. We don't trust you with your judgment on on Stefan and Isaiah, that whole thing. And you know why we don't? I'm sorry. And I'm sorry. I'm not saying that I don't think she has good judgment on his safety. She does have good judgment on her child. She doesn't have good judgment on Stefan. She don't see really what's going on with him. She kind of just looking at it as like, well, yeah, but that's Isaiah's father, so he can do whatever. Okay, great. But people, and this is the thing, a lot of people don't realize, mainly women, that may be your baby daddy. But I don't care who he is to me. Nobody, period, is going to beat on me and then turn around and I'm going to just hand them to my child. Hand my child to them. No, there, like your mom said, there needs to be some measurements involved. And you could say, well, it happened one time, and he just hit me. He didn't hit Isaiah. I don't think he'll ever do that to Isaiah. Did you think he was going to do that to you? All right, well, that's my time. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoyed my review. I'll be back next week with another review, and I'll be back later this week with more videos. So subscribe if you haven't already. Comment down below if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, and let me know. And like this video, I might have said that already, I don't know, but if I didn't, oh well, if I said it, oh well. Like it if you like this video. Subscribe to my channel yet again. Hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys very soon.